What is the Dress for Success theme at LinkedIn? You've got to have people writing articles about what to wear.
We have some of those. I think most people say basically it depends on what kind of a job you have.
Yeah, the industry and all that.
The industry, where you are in your career, you know, what you need. You know, when I go to Silicon Valley, I had to go spend time at headquarters. There are people in T-shirts, Tevas, and then you come back to New York, and that wouldn't fly in you know, certain places. But I think that if you look at what Coach is doing and what some of its competitors are doing, you know, you can see that someone like a Burberry, which really is focusing on millennials, it's a much different. It is a way to reach people who are still spending money.
Are you just saying that because the Burberry CEO is a brand new LinkedIn influencer?
I might be.
Very
I might be very up to date on what she's doing because of that. As a matter of fact, I'm very impressed with her and her writing.
Isn't the first rule of thumb here never have a bag as fancy as a person interviewing you's bag?
That would be a rule.
Would that be a good rule?
No, but it's interesting that you say that Coach is going for the luxury, ultra luxury, the $1,000 handbag. What about the stock price versus some of the luxury?
I believe Chanel would be a little bit price point higher than that.
It is.
Chanel is higher
for the Coach, as far as Coach is concerned. It doesn't usually sell $1,000 bags. In terms of stock price, Coach has done so well, but of late it has stumbled a little bit. It's definitely trailed rivals like Michael Kors, up only 7% versus Kors' 27%.
Let's bring in the man who has been in every store on Madison Avenue in New York City, Lakshman Achathan with Ekri. How can we have a recession if I see the boom economy with Coach at, I believe it's 57th Street, and everyone else on Madison Avenue? That's not a recession, is it?
Well, you know, Madison Avenue is not the country. It's not the world we live in, actually. That's kind of a little bit of a bubble. And as is some of the luxury items, to tell you the truth, right? If you are doing well financially generally, then in the recent economy, you've been doing very well because you've seen real estate prices recover sharply, and you've seen the stock market recover sharply. And in another, you know, to switch gears here, it's good if you're around Wall Street, you're probably close to the helicopters which are spewing out cash, and that's a pretty good thing. But most people are not near Wall Street. Most people are near Main Street. And that is why there's, you know, all this kinds of disconnect. The president's doing what he's doing. The policymakers are saying, you know, and the conservatives are saying, hey, there's too much regulation and too much taxing. The liberals are saying, let's do some more Keynesian stimulus and other things. And I think everybody's missing what's going on, which is that growth is not there. Growth has been downshifting since before the Great Recession, and it's not only happening here in the U.S.
Well, you've been right in the vector. We're going to talk about this in a bit.
And that's ailing the aggregate economy. I
want to pin you down right now in the job economy. We've been doing near 200,000 non-farm payrolls. Are we going to sustain that, or do you see the non-farm payrolls coming down?
Well, first off, all you have now are preliminary numbers, and I'd like to get to this later, and you're getting GDP stuff. All that stuff gets revised massively that defines where the economy is. And secondarily, there is you cannot get away from the fact that 35 to 54 has lost almost 1 million jobs since this jobs recovery began. That's where you make your money. You don't make your money as a kid, and you don't make your money when you're about to retire.